Thank you for tuning in to this year's 2025 USAPL Raw Nationals. My name is Tong Hung, and I'm joined by Ariel Brinker. We're going to be bringing you the action here on Platform 3 and 4 today, presenting the 82.5 and 90 kilo weight classes. We've got a bit of a delay here on the LiftingCast, but we assure you that these are 82.5 and 90 kilo men.
Got 3 white lights for Bob on his first squat of 30 kilos. Up on platform 4, we've got Stephen White coming up with 135 kilos.
You guys are going to see here across these two platforms, we've got a diversity of ages, you could say. We've got everybody here, raw, open, raw masters. We've got teen and junior lifters. Really good contrast to see on this live stream.
It's a good lift for Steven. Platform 3, got Sam Sullivan.
Easy lift for Sam.
Platform 4, we've got Paul coming up. It's a strong lift from Paul. Good lift for him.
We've got 210 kilos loaded for Ogden on platform 3. Oh, nice and easy attempt.
We got a re-rack from Paul. Maybe his knees weren't locked.
Ariel, what are some reasons why a lifter might be asked to replace?
So when we're looking at the squat, most commonly it's going to be that the knees aren't locked. You do have to have all 4 of your fingers in contact with the bar. So there's like some cases I've seen somebody lift with their pinkies up, and so they've been asked to replace for that. But I think most commonly it's going to be for unlocked knees, and he did not get that lift.
Okay, you're going to see there, Paul did time out of his attempt. Now, he'll be able to go back and make a decision on whether he wants to retake that opener, go up. It really depends on what he's feeling as to why he was struggling to be in the ready position. Hopefully he has a handler helping him, and they're able to go back and reflect and make a decision pretty fast.
On to Sky on platform 3. That was a very quick opener. Good lift for him. It's always really fun to see the Masters lifters because their attempts are so calculated, and they're like, I think it's most common to see Masters lifters go 9 for 9 with their perfect, like, best PRs, and that's like not something you get to see with the juniors and sub-juniors sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. In the last session we were watching, you know, kind of like we have here, the teen lifters on the left screen. We have the Masters 65 and 70 kilo women on the right screen, and you could definitely see when it came to, you know, making certain attempt decisions, the Masters women were definitely a lot more calculated. Good attempt by Mo.
Just some really, Steve got 1 red light for depth, it looks like. That's okay, you only need 2 to get the lift.
we're moving along quite nicely here. Platform 3 about halfway through our openers. The field has been green so far. Everyone's executing on their openers.
Good lift on both platforms. We're gonna leave the bar at 175 kilos for Donovan. Donovan was just telling me yesterday that it's not often that people actually know his name, and he's mostly just known as Jen Thompson's husband.
Right. We've got Donovan setting up here. All kitted out in the A7. Sweet. Easy opener.
Good lift for
That's
Donovan.
a good lift.
We do have the bar above 500 pounds on platform 3, which is why you've noticed maybe that they've added 2 extra spotters on each side, just to keep everyone as safe as possible.
Yeah, every squat after this one is going to be above 500 pounds. These are some of the strongest athletes in the country. And to think also, these are all, teen and junior lifters on the left screen here. Very impressive.
Skipping a little height for Jose on platform 4. Oh, no lift on platform 3 for depth, it looks like. Platform 4. Waiting on the light. Good lift.
It's a good lift. Yeah, that was our first miss there on platform 3, just on depth. So I think a lot of times, when it moves that well, a coach and an athlete, they go back and decide, hey, I can squat a little deeper, but they don't want to lose the advancement on the attempt, so they go up a little bit. If you miss a squat, in a meet, what are you thinking as far as going back into the warm-up room?
As I've been lifting for 8 years, and I've been doing this for a while, but I have always been taught that you never go up, and I stick to that to this day, because you never want to bomb out of a meet because you missed an opener on something stupid like depth.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I personally will always stay. But that's the thing for raw lifting. If you're equipped, sometimes you need more weight on that bar to get down there.
Right.
But for raw, I think the move is to always stay.
And we see there, Troy elects to retake 230, so he'll come back on a second attempt to get that opening weight. Tori, sorry. So Aaron, we'll see if that was deep enough. Yep, one red light, he's good to go.
He did look like he was a little uneven in the hips there, so that makes sense that only the left judge caught it. Trucking along on platform 3.
Yep, we've got Ron walking out 463 pounds. He's got 5 seconds to get the start command. he got it.
I don't know if that was low enough. Oh, he got it. 2-1. All right, now we're going to go above 500 pounds on platform 4 for our last 2 Masters lifters.
We are on to our final opening attempts here on platforms 3 and 4. We got Seth closing us out on platform 3 with 262.5 kilos.
Oh, and he sinks it.
That was smooth.
And he got a yellow card on that. I didn't see anything. There's a possibility maybe he jumped a command since we can't hear those, but I didn't see anything personally.
I'm not really sure what that was. Regardless, he got 2 white lights. He's still good to go.
Got Benjamin on platform 4. Benjamin is also a referee. He was in the chair yesterday. Oh.
Bit of a tough opener. Okay, we'll see what he elects to do on his second attempt there. In your experience, I mean, have you ever opened heavy or seen someone open heavy? What are you thinking in that case?
I'm thinking if one of it happens to one of my lifters, I'm like, oh, I'm really hoping that was just a misgroove right there. And you know, we talk to the lifter, maybe we see if we want to stick with the plan or if we want to go a little bit lighter. But you know, there's so many things that can go wrong in a squat. Like he could come back and absolutely blow up his second.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'd be interesting to know maybe he did a cut before this, trying to make weight, just see how he's feeling under the bar. Really, if you're looking at LiftingCast at home, you can kind of see how confident lift is feeling based on the jumps they take. We're going to see here. So yeah, he took a 7.5 kilo jump. So he thinks there's more there. Maybe it was a misgroove. Maybe he needs to rehydrate a little bit after a cut. But we'll see that at the end of the flight.
We're decked out in pink on platform 4.
Okay. Vitaly with a good moving squat. That's 3 white lights.
On to our seconds on 3. That moved really well for a second. Hoping he can come back.
Definitely some room to go. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a 12.5 kilo jump. I'll be interested to see what he takes for his third. And we're on to seconds on platform 4 as well. We're going to have Steve come back and reattempt 110.
Up.
That looked really good. I don't know what he missed his first on, but
yeah, 3 white lights.
Doesn't matter. He got it the second time. We're really getting some strong second attempts from platform 3.
We're 3 or 4 into the attempts here on platform 3, and we're already above 500 pounds again.
Strong lift for Steven. Got a yellow card.
All right, we have Tori coming back to retake that opener.
He missed on depth, correct? Yeah.
Just need to be a little bit deeper. Strength is definitely there. Just coming back to get this number and make sure he's in the meet.
Little bit of a struggle for David, but he's definitely still got some more.
All right, we'll see what the judges think here on Tori. 3 white lights, he's in the meet.
It'd be interesting to see what jump he's going to take now to his third, if he's going to try to make up some of those kilos or if they're going to keep playing it safe.
Yeah, definitely. Even after getting that second attempt, he's still going to have to consider how deep he's squatting just after that first attempt. So it's moving well. We're going to see here in a second what he puts in.
These races just get so close that it's sometimes more of a math game than it is a strength game.
Absolutely.
Paul will be retaking his opener. He missed on, oh, he timed out. Yeah.
Yep.
So we got our knees locked that time.
Go.
Super low. I'm gonna re-rack the
I
bar.
think that's a good squat.
Yeah, judges agree. Sometimes it can be so hard to tell a lockout in some of these really stiff knee sleeves.
Oh, absolutely. With some of the way these knee sleeves are curved, I mean, it's hard to, you have to be more mindful about locking out your knees than you would regularly.
And I will say, as being in the chair yesterday, especially with the lighting in this room, depth and knees in particular in these black singlets and knee sleeves are very hard to tell.
Yeah, referees do their best, but as an athlete, you have the onus is on you to make sure that you are competing at a high enough standard to, make the decisions very easy for yourself.
100%.
Go.
Looks like we stopped a little bit. I don't think I ever saw the bar dip, though. Yeah, that was a good lift for Todd.
Great lift, Todd.
And a good lift for Zane, too. These lifters are making the referees' jobs very easy. They're coming out here doing strong lifts, great technique.
Yeah, we've had a few misses here and there, but otherwise, just both platforms right now, they're running very smoothly. Yeah, very strong by Steve.
Oh, yeah.
2 white lights.
Blue card, I'm thinking maybe some lockout issues there. I didn't see any up and down myself. And that was a good lift on platform 3.
We're about halfway through our second attempt squats here on both platform 3 and platform 4. Got Albert on platform 4, taking 185 kilos.
Strong second from Albert. And that's a good lift. That maybe looked high on one side to me. No, it's a good lift.
Wow. 3 white lights for Max. Got Jonathan taking a 20-kilo jump after his opener here, taking 245 kilos for his second. Yeah, he looks confident. He's excited.
We've got Jen handling Donovan, and it is her birthday today.
Who?
Jen Thompson, it's her birthday.
Oh, wow.
Nothing like spending your birthday with your husband on a national platform.
I didn't even realize that. That's amazing. Happy birthday to Jen Thompson. And it looks like a good squat for Donovan.
That was a beautiful squat. And that was a 15-kilo jump from his opener.
We are taking some big jumps today. 2 white lights from Jonathan. That's a good lift.
We're getting quite a few depth calls on both platforms, but they've just been one referee, so yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, when you're trying to squat to competition depth, obviously you don't want to go so deep that you lose strength, but it's a matter of inches and centimeters. When you're competing at the national level, you're trying to maximize what you can put on the platform, and sometimes it can be a little risky to not completely bury your squats.
Yeah, 100%. It's a little slow from Peter, but it's still a good lift. Got Ryan coming out on platform 3.
I believe they're saying this is a world record in the Team 3 division.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was really easy.
It's a gorgeous squat.
That'll be a good lift for him. Is he in the same age division as Aaron? Is Aaron going to come out and try to beat that? And a good lift on 4.
We've got Jose on platform 4 here. Oh, smooth squat.
That was about textbook depth as well. That was a beautiful lift. Got a yellow card from the chief referee.
From the head
I have
grab.
no idea for what that's for. And like a lot of times you will hear us say that we don't know what a yellow card is for, and that is one of the reasons that the jury won't use video review when they're looking to overturn a lift, because there's so many things you can't tell in 2D.
We've got Seth on platform 3, finishing the second attempt with a 600-pound squat.
£600 before you even turn 20. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing. And 3 white lights.
Oh.
Beautiful squat by Ron. We'll see if that passes with the referees. Yeah, 3 white lights.
Put the bar back at 32.5 kilos for Bob on platform 3. Oh, Bob is a Masters 5.
Well, we've got Bob here on platform 3. I believe he might be coming out. It doesn't look like Bob is going to come out for his third attempt here. I'm not sure what happened on his second.
He might just be timing out to give everybody some extra time to
Absolutely.
rest.
It's definitely a courtesy that some lifters extend to their competitors. Just giving your everybody that extra time to, maintain the flow of the meet. Tough lift there for Benjamin on platform 4. And we've got Vitali on platform 4. He's going to attempt a record here, 270.5. Now in powerlifting, when you're at a meet, the minimum increment that you have to go up every single attempt is 2.5 kilos. The only circumstance where you're allowed to break away from this is when you are breaking a record. I believe this is a master squat record.
I'm unsure if it's American or world. This is just shy of 600 pounds.
Oh, and he's up.
Oh, that was beautiful.
We're going to see if that was deep enough.
It was not. I'm sure he'll come back and try that again on his third.
Absolutely. That moved well.
Now as we move in, it looks like Benjamin went ahead and scratched his third deadlift, or we're on squats. Went ahead and scratched his third squat. Maybe something happened on his second, and he's trying to save some strength for bench and deadlift.
Sometimes when you fail an attempt too, I mean, you kind of know yourself, like, hey, do I want to go back out for this? If you know that it was a fail on strength and you might not have that on the next attempt, just go ahead and going ahead and scratching it and focusing on the next lift. It really gives you an opportunity to rebound.
Especially in a competition with this high of stakes, you don't want to waste energy trying to lift you don't have.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we go into thirds, we're going to see our athletes trying to give us their absolute best. So we might see a couple more fails than we've seen in the last more attempts, as we can see on platform 3. We have not had a successful third squat yet.
And he was attempting an American record there. You know, a lot of these lifters, they are here for competition, but everyone comes with their own goals. It's very possible that Ogden, you know, decided today that he wanted to break that record, and it was a little bit too much today. Got Ashton on platform 3 and Steven on platform 4.
Oh, that is a beautiful third. Oh, that's a good catch from the spotters on platform 4. And that was a good lift on 3. We've got some amazing spotting and loading crews from a couple universities across the U.S. We're so grateful to have them.
They've been doing an amazing job this week.
So we had Tori come out. This is a 17.5 kilo jump. Oh no, 7.5 kilo jump from his second. So maybe they did decide to take a bit of a safer route, trying to get as many kilos on the board as possible. Oh, for sure. That was a very easy squat for Tori.
And it was deep enough. 3 white lights.
Almost looked like a second out of David. That was a good lift for him as well. Paul is looking for an extra 15 kilos on his total with this last squat. Oh, looks like there may have been a little bounce at the bottom of that squat. But it's a good lift for him.
Got Mo walking out 237.5 kilos.
Oh, that's a strong third. Good lift for him. Come on, Todd, you got this.
He's getting up. He stands up.
And see, that is a perfect third call right there. I'm not sure he had a half a kilo more. And he got the lift.
That's amazing. Oh. It looked like the bar might have rolled there on Sky.
Yeah.
I mean, after a second, I thought that would have been a safe attempt, but it's one of those little things.
Good lift for Steve. That was a beautiful third. Very smooth. We got it 2-1 on depth, it looks like.
We've got Albert taking his last squat here on platform 4. Even jumps throughout. He's been having a nice squat session. We'll see how he finishes. Yeah, he's up.
Oh,
I think that's a good squat.
I think so too.
Yeah, 3 white lights. Great job, Albert.
I was just talking about this with another referee last session. How cool is it to be like, oh, my grandpa or my grandma is a national champion in powerlifting?
I definitely think that, you know, a lot of these men and women that are competing here this week, I mean, they're very inspirational. Luckily, you know, strength sports lifting, that's something that you can really continue doing as you age. And, I mean, they're doing phenomenal things here.
And even with our adaptive divisions, you can keep going if you've got a knee that doesn't work. You don't have to lock out if you're in an adaptive division, and they work with you for what you need. And it's a great, I think it's maybe the only sport that you can keep doing at any age.
Yeah.
8 through 99.
Yeah.
Not for today for Donovan.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, I mean, Raw Nationals, this is, you know, the national competition. It's where we crown the men and women that are the strongest in their respective divisions. But, I mean, this gathering of people, it's really a celebration of our sport and our federation.
100%. I've never met such great people as I have in the powerlifting community, and it's always great to be at these events.
Yeah, people are here to compete against each other, but they're here for each other, man. We have Max. Looked like a good squat to me. We'll see what the refs think. Oh, 2 white lights, that's good.
Yeah.
We're about finishing up here with our first squats in flight C, or sorry, our third attempt squats. Good catch, squatters and loaders on platform 4.
A lot of times you will see these lifters shake their head, and that is their cue to the spotters and loaders to take the bar from them if they know they're not going to be able to get a lift.
Yeah, it's a long day of competition. You have 9 lifts. If you know you're failing, I mean, the spotters and loaders are there to, you know, try to make it as easy as you for possible to fail.
Oh, grind there. That looks like a good squat to me, though. Yeah,
Lift.
2-1.
We've got Ryan on platform 3. This is a Team 3 world record, I believe. 600 pounds.
Just a 10-kilo jump from his last one. I think he's got this. Up, maybe not.
Just wasn't there today.
A lot of green across both boards overall. That's really awesome to see.
Yeah, a lot of good execution happening right now.
Oh, it's a really good squat on 3.
It's a good call, 2 white lights.
Strong lift from Ron. No, 2 to 1. 1 blue and 1 red.
Looked like there was a little up and down.
Yeah, that's a possibility, some up and down, and then a depth card. They could go to the jury with that since there was 2 contrasting calls if they wanted to, and see if the jury agrees.
All right, we've got our last 2 squats here.
A little too much for Seth today. But he's still going to walk away with a 600-pound squat.
Yeah. We've got Vitaly coming back to retake 270.5 on platform 4. Looks plenty deep this time.
See what they say.
That's good.
And he got it 2 to 1. He gets to go home with the record today. We're going to be moving on to flight D on both of our platforms.
All right, both screens are going to have Masters lifters here. We've got Steve on platform 4. Very easy opener.
I did get 1 call for depth, it looks like. It's always nice when it's only 1 referee that calls. You know, you can fix it, but you still get the squat.
Absolutely. And I think, too, when you know it's only 1 ref, I mean, the degree to which you have to be a little bit more convincing, I mean, it's not as much, you know, just a little bit deeper.
Now, what's your go-to in between attempts? Are you a sit-down person? Are you a talk to the other lifters?
For the most part, I think like when you're at a meet like this, you have to accept that they can be pretty long, pretty overstimulating to be sitting in the warm-up room. I always try to relax and decompress. If I'm not, you know, if I'm not up to lift, I just try to take my mind off of it as much as possible.
Yeah. A good lift on 4.
We've got Sean Kelly on platform 3.
Oh, no lift on. I'm guessing he jumped a command on 3?
I believe he missed the command. That's what they're saying on the, that's what Gino is saying right now, the MC. Yeah, Kenneth on platform 4. Definitely one of the tallest lifters you'll see here lifting this weekend. And has 3 white lights.
Got Philip coming up on 4. You notice Philip adjusting his feet before he looked up. It is kind of standard practice in the powerlifting world that you will look at the chief referee when you're set up and you're ready to go. Because if you get that squat command and you're still moving your feet, that will unfortunately be a no lift for you.
Absolutely. There's definitely a rhythm to taking the platform and getting ready for the commands. I think especially on an opener too, you know, if there's a lift that people are nervous for, I mean, it's the first squat of the meet. Because before that, you're not really in the meet. You don't really get acquainted with the environment. And so coming out there, hitting that first squat, I mean, it can really set the tone for the rest of the day.
100%.
Oh, we've got Scott on platform 3.
Decked out. This is a very interesting look.
This is the best kid I think I've seen all week.
He looks like a superhero. I love it. Made a good lift on 4. Looks like we might have gotten stuck a little bit, but I didn't see any downward movement there.
Yeah, he gets called there for a little bit of up and down.
Got 2 Michaels back to back on platform 4. That'd be a good lift. That's very
great
deep
squat
on
by
3.
Monty.
That was a beautiful little hop out of the rack.
When you hit that first squat and you know you're feeling good, I mean, I don't know if there's a better feeling.
Adam on 4, fixing some hand positioning. Oh, that was almost so fast that set him off balance. But he's shaking his head. That was a beautiful squat.
I'm not sure what that's about.
It's his cue to put more weight on the bar.
Shake of the head.
Sometimes you have...
Maybe he's in disbelief.
Yeah, you have a rough cycle leading up to the meet, and so you maybe drop your opener a little bit, and then you get on the platform, and it's all there, and you're
Right.
like, oh, dang, I should have opened higher. That's why we get our 3 attempts, you know? Give us your best.
Absolutely. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how much of a jump he takes here.
He might be thinking he's got 20 seconds left to put in his attempt. I'm like on the edge of my seat. And it looks like he may have timed out. That'll be unfortunate if that is the case.
Yeah, it looks...
Looks like maybe he didn't make it to the scoring table in time. Oh, no, he did. They just didn't put it in.
Okay.
He's going to take a 12.5 kilo jump, which I think is a very strong move for him. Robbie did get his lift, 177.5, and now we're on to Matt.
Yeah, we've got Greg taking 200 kilos on platform 3. Bit sticky out of the hole, but easy enough for an opener.
It's a 2-to-1 call on Matt for depth. I feel like I often see depth get called on our wide squatters more often than on our narrow. I have Drake on 3.
Got David on 4. Ooh, easy opener.
100%. Same for David. We're seeing some really strong attempt picks from all of these Masters lifters.
Yeah, only one miss on the opener so far, and that one was a technical call, and they still went up.
My only assumption is it could be for something like a, oh, you said, Gino said he jumped the command.
Yep.
That's the same thing that we were talking about for the depth. It's like, do you go up? Do you stay the same? Even though it was something as simple as, you know, maybe racking the bar too soon. It's all a game.
Absolutely. Definitely some risk, but I mean, when you're at a national meet and you have certain goals, you know, you feel equipped to make that risk.
And I mean, like this, I mean, you're winning on body weight sometimes, so you need every kilo you can get.
Absolutely.
That was a smooth lift from Nigel. I'm going to bring the bar above 200 kilos for Mark.
Yeah, we are starting second attempts here on platform 3. As we mentioned earlier, I mean, the spotters and loaders are doing a phenomenal job right now. This meet is moving with pace. You'll see Francis there taking his time to make sure that the bar is set exactly as he likes, making sure the weight is loaded correctly. You have a minute when you're out there to get the start command. A lot of these lifters, as experienced as they are, they take the time to make sure everything's correct.
It looks like Mark maybe was not low enough on his first squat. A 2-to-1 call on that. We're gonna bring the bar above 500 pounds, close to 600 for William. He's gonna be opening at 265 as a Masters 290 kilo. He's not even phased. He knows he has this.
We'll see how well this moves.
We're gonna have Sean coming back on 3. We're gonna retake. Oh no, he moved up. Oh, that's a bit of a grinder.
Not sure that was deep enough.
Hey, he got it.
Lights. Yeah, it's going to be deceptive at home, ladies and gentlemen, when you're looking at it from this front camera.
Sean missed his lift again for yellow cards again, it looks like. Yeah, I'm really wondering. We were watching the big squat.
So the first time, they said it was a command issue. I'm not sure if it was the same thing. I mean, he's looking at the video in disbelief.
You can always go to the jury. It did look like he was asking the back spotter, Piro, what maybe it could have been for.
Yeah, it looks like they are challenging.
Oh, it looks like maybe, was that the right lifter? It looks like maybe that was the wrong lifter. They already put an attempt in. You do get extra time to come to the scoring table if you want to contest a lift with the jury.
Right.
Strong lift on 4 for Steve.
Kelly, it does look like they're going to go. Oh.
Is it a relift?
I believe it's so. Yeah, Sean's second attempt is being challenged right now. The jury is looking over it. Again, we're not sure, you know, considering that it is a yellow card, we're not sure exactly what the infraction was. The first time it was on the commands. We'll update you with a result here in a second. We've got Philip on platform 4.
It looked a little tough for a second, but he is going to take it home. I am wondering what's happening on 3 because usually a challenge would not stop the platform. So it looks like it might have been something else. Our spotters are in a huddle.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's...
What is happening? You got to make the time somehow. We got Kenneth on 4. He took a 10-kilo jump. I'm wondering if the spotters realize that they are on camera. We've got a... Looks like a strong lift from Kenneth. Yeah,
Good
3 white
spot.
lights for him. Got a mix of West Virginia, Slippery Rock, and pit powerlifting on platform 3. They're having a great time, though. All right, we're back in action. Oh, it looks like we did have the wrong lifter take the weight. That does happen sometimes. So we have these things called lot numbers in powerlifting that will determine who lifts first and who weighs in first and things. And so when somebody makes the same attempt as someone else, the order can get switched around a little bit. So it looks like maybe we had Joshua come out for Sean's lift, and Sean got it. So there we go. That's what had happened there.
Well, very happy that got figured out. So Sean does, move up from his first attempt, gets that second, so he's on the board. And he set up well for a third here. So that was Joshua earlier taking Sean's attempt. He failed 190 kilos. He's elected to retake that on his third attempt.
A very strong second on 3. This will be a good lift for William.
And we're going to bring Scott out again.
Had a little bit of a stick on 4, but no downward movement. That's a good lift for him. You can't help but get excited when Scott walks out. Oh, that was a good catch from the spotters. Michael lost his balance a little bit.
3 white lights for Scott. Definitely, he had a tough opener, but he jumped 10 kilos, moved about the same. There are some lifters who, even when it's a lightweight, even when it's a heavier weight, everything ends up moving the same thing for them. So that's why it's very important to communicate with your coach or yourself as you make these decisions. Understand how you feel under the bar, and I guess in his case, you go for it as well.
You also will sometimes find the case that what we call meet day lifters, where their opener will be something they can't hit in the gym, but it'll fly on the platform.
Absolutely.
It looked about a perfect second, Christopher, and a super quick second. Good lifts for both of them. Got our platforms about even right now. We're about halfway through the second attempts on both of them. Got our athlete speaking to the spotters on 3. I love some of these singlets that these guys come out in. They're so funny.
Honestly, one of my favorite things about this session is just definitely these things. Is that a dinosaur?
I think it is. Or it's a dog. It looks like it's a bulldog.
Oh, it's a dog.
I love the creativity that our sport allows the competitors. That was a good lift on 3. We are chasing the clock a bit on 4. He's going to get that command, though. And he is going to drop it into the hole. That is a good
White
lift.
lights. We've got Greg on platform 3. He fights, that's nice. That's a nice squat.
I think it's about how his opener looked too. Looks like we're getting a real nice tight setup from Matt.
Oh, he fights through that.
Looks like the spotter was even surprised that he got that one.
Yeah, when you're spotting and loading, I mean, it can be pretty nerve-wracking to have to spot someone. Especially with different people's sticking points. I mean, there's times where they just get stuck and they find a way to fight through it, but you think they're about to fail.
Yeah, you never want to take a bar away from somebody, but you also want to keep everybody safe. It is a very difficult job to do.
We've got Tony here on platform 3. Oh, yeah, easy squat. You know, if you think about him and Scott from earlier, they kind of have like the opposite color scheme going on.
Yeah, they do. That's kind of nice. I hope they're neck and neck for first and second. Make it real interesting.
It's a good squat from Mark there. He retook his opener. Now he's in the meet.
We've got everyone in the meet from both flights. That's very awesome to see. We'll see if that squat from David was low enough. And it was, 3 right legs. It's a good lift on 3, 2 to 1 on depth.
We've got our last 4 squats here on platform 3 and platform 4. For the second attempt, sorry. Got Aaron on 3 and Nigel on 4. Good squat for Aaron, who looks. Great job, 3 white lights.
Great squat for Nigel as well.
So we've got 2 big squats to close out the second attempts. 225 kilos, 496 pounds on platform 3. And then on platform 4, we've got 275 kilos, 606 pounds. Wow, nice and easy.
That was beautiful. Now, William's first squat looked a little rough, but he did take a 10-kilo jump, so maybe thinking that was just a bit of a misgroove, and his second might look better. Oh.
It's right in there. I want to catch that. Yeah.
I'm not sure that would have been deep enough, even if he had stood it up. Oh, we missed the rack. Ooh.
That's kind of what we're talking about there. You know, sometimes when a lifter, you could call them a slower lifter as far as how fast the bar is moving. It's kind of tough on the spotters and loaders to both be patient, but also make sure everyone's safe, you know.
Round of thirds on both of our platforms. Oh, that was a super strong third on 3.
Yeah. Starting his day 3 for 3. I mean, that's exactly what you want. And honestly, too, I mean, you know, I've talked to some lifters recently, saving a little bit of energy, a little less strain on the squats, taking an easier third to set up your day. I mean, with the amount of people that cramp on bench, cramp on deadlift, you know, or just exerted too much on squat going into deadlifts. I mean, a lot of people have elected to think, hey, go 3 for 3 on squats, take something that's, you know, still a PR, still what we need for whatever total we're chasing, but something on the lower end, set up your day nicely. I mean, you can't be unhappy about starting 3 for 3.
Same thing for Steve, super strong third, and he's going to get that 2 to 1. Joshua came out there and retook 190, and he got that. Have Sean come back out. He took the bar up 5 kilos to 195 on platform 3. You got Philip on 4. Good lift for Philip. And Sean's gonna hit perfect depth and then, he took a misstep. That is unfortunate. It really looked like he was gonna stand that up.
Yeah, absolutely. Just lost his balance there. Again, luckily Spartans caught it quickly.
The reflexes of some of these spotters are insane.
No, absolutely. And we've got Scott back on platform 3.
He's so fun to watch. As we can see, sometimes walking these bars out are harder than squatting them down and bringing them back up.
Absolutely. Mastering the walkout is definitely a skill for these lifters. And Scott is up. Gonna see if that was deep enough. It looked a little higher than his previous 2.
Yeah, the referees agree. I do that myself. Sometimes I get scared of the weight and I cut the depth a little bit and it ends up not being worth it. Got Kenneth on 4. That was a good call from Kenneth. We'll see what the referees say. 3 white lights for him. He gets to walk away with 3 for 3. We get a grind on 3. He's going to get a good lift, 2 to 1. Got Michael on 4, retaking 177.5.
He's up.
He is going to stand it up this time. Let's hope that was low enough.
And good lift.
Yeah, 2 to 1. Up.
Oh my God.
I never saw that bar drop. Oh, come on.
Oh
good
my
lift.
gosh.
That was amazing.
There's not many times you watch a lifter completely stop and then somehow stand up.
That's when you know you put the perfect number in.
We're about halfway through our 3rd attempts here. Michael on platform 4. That looks good. We'll see what the judges think. It's good.
Not quite there today. Got Adam coming up on 4. He took a 5 kilo jump from his 2nd to his 3rd.
That was a very easy attempt for Adam.
Yeah. And that'd be a good lift for him. Just like we were talking about all the cool singlets, we've also got so many amazing custom belts from Pioneer out on the platforms this week. I personally, myself, I got a gold glittery one. It's my favorite.
I mean, it's the phrase, look good, play good, you know?
Oh, 100%.
Got Robbie, platform 4. Trying to finish up this squat session, go 3 for 3. That looks to be a good call.
Good lift. Got Kenneth on 3. Very strong throw from Kenneth. We got Matt running up to the platform. He's ready to go. Attempting 202.5.
A little shaky on the walkout.
Not
Just too
today.
much today.
Got Tony real pumped on 3. Telling that bar who's boss.
Tony stands up.
It's a good
3
lift,
wides.
and he's going to
Oh, he's
celebrate.
excited.
That was it was slow, but that was a strong third from Mark. No lift on depth. No, those were yellow cards. No, that's red. My bad. That is a depth call. Got Nigel attempting 215. Oh,
Aaron's
come
fighting.
on. Has to be a
3
good
wides.
lift. We've seen some real grinders out here today.
Yeah, these guys are fighting today. Got our last squat of platform 3 here with Drake taking 237.5 kilos.
Come on, Nigel, you got it.
Oh,
Stand it
wow.
up, stand it up, stand it up.
I want to see if that was
Up and down, maybe.
marked for up and down.
Oh, and we're waiting on a light. Oh, this is the worst.
Oh, 3
Oh,
wides.
good lift.
Perfect. Our last 2 squats of the session here on platform 4. For those watching on platform 3, we're going to take a 10-minute intermission as soon as the spotters and loaders set up that platform 4 bench press.
Oh, and a strong third. That's a beautiful attempt from
3
David.
wides.
We've got William coming back, trying 275 again. This is 3 red, or 3, oh my goodness, 5 red plates.
Got 606 pounds.
Oh, I think he's
trying to
got it.
fight
I think
for
he's
it.
got it. Come on. Not
Just lost
today.
it. All right, that will conclude the squatting for this session. We are going to take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be right back with you.
Get access to world-class coaching in real time from anywhere. Whether in a small group setting or one-on-one, our coaches are in your ear during your training sessions, watching every rep and correcting every mistake. Get access to world-class coaching in real time from anywhere. Whether in a small group setting or one-on-one, our coaches are in your ear during your training sessions, watching every rep and correcting every mistake.
All right, we are going to be starting back up here. Platform 3 bench is about ready to go. They're going to start the timer here in just a second.
Here we've got Bob coming out for his opener, 55 kilos. Still got a minute left on platform 4's break. They'll be out very soon.
For those watching at home, Bob is 80 years old. I believe he's the oldest male competitor here this weekend.
Looks like he got one yellow card from one of the side judges. I'm thinking maybe that was, actually, I don't know what that was.
The only thing I saw from our end, now a yellow card, again, is pretty much a catch-all for a couple different infractions. It looked like his...
Looks like his elbow wasn't locked to me.
What?
It didn't look like his left elbow was locked to me. But that would have been a blue card.
Now, there's an issue of his butt coming up, his feet sliding. Those are things that we aren't necessarily going to catch always on the live stream just from the angle we have. But those are things to look out for with the side judges when you're calling bench press. All right, we've got both platforms up and running now. Easy attempt for Sam. Now, when you're coming off a squat session and getting into bench, how are you kind of retooling your mind to get ready to bench press?
To be so honest with you, bench is not my lift. I go out there and I hit my opener and I hope for the rest.
Okay.
What about you? Are you better at benching?
Honestly, I think the same thing for me. The biggest thing for me is that, you have so much energy when you come squat, right? There's all that, pre-meet anxiety. And then when you get to bench, I mean, it's just a more technical lift. You have to kind of calm yourself down a little bit more.
100%.
And I think, honestly, for a lot of lifters, it kind of helps them. I mean, if you have issues settling into a meet, I mean, the bench press just by itself, the way it's officiated, the way you have to execute, you have to, stay calm and be patient.
Yeah, you can't see your referee, so you've got to be actively listening for your commands. And we do lower the music in the ballroom quite often so that we can make sure that our lifters, especially our masters lifters, can hear their chiefs. Very good attempt on 3.
And we've got Steve here on platform 4. Easy opener.
That was a really fast bench for Seth. We are flying through these benches. Sometimes it takes people quite a while to set up for their bench, so it takes a little bit longer, but these guys are moving.
I mean, a lot of that speed, it comes down to the spotters and loaders. They have been doing an amazing job this week.
It's a good lift for David.
Seemed to be easy enough attempt for Zane. We've got Todd on platform 4.
You can hear Gino, our MC, explaining all the commands to the audience. We've got 3 in the bench. It's a start command, a press command, and a rack command, which when you think about the fact that you can't actually see the referee is quite difficult to make sure you're getting all of those in the right timing.
Yeah, and if there's a lift where, coming from the gym environment into the competition setting, that's hard for some lifters to translate, it's definitely the bench press. You can work really hard to train with a good standard at home, but when you have 3 referees, in front of you, judging you on this, it can be a little bit different because you have to be patient and wait on them. So even if you have good pauses in training, you hold the bar out, just having to wait on somebody else, it just changes the lift a little bit.
100%. I have been under the bar and been like, wow, that was a super fast or a super slow press command. And then you go and you watch the video back and it was maybe half a second.
Right.
And it just felt forever underneath the bar. And that was a really fast press from Albert. And good lift for him, 2-1.
Very strong bench on platform 3.
Aaron's taking his last warm-up. Good lift for Paul.
Good attempt by Mo.
We have Sky and Steve coming up to the platform. And that is a no lift for Steve on a blue card. It looks like maybe the side referees put their arms down. They thought that Steve was locked and the chief referee did not. As the chief, if both of the side referees have signaled you that the lifter is ready to go, you have to give them the start command whether you think they're not. So you can throw that red after the fact. And I agree with that personally. I did not think his arms were locked.
And the point of that, folks, is, even if the head referee thinks that there might be something wrong with the setup, just making sure that we aren't holding lifters excessively long. If two of the referees are ready to go, then they're, given the opportunity to perform the lift.
When we've got big weights like this on, it can be hard to see a lifter's arms from the side.
Absolutely.
There are so many things to watch for in the bench. It is by far it's the hardest lift to do, in my opinion, and it's the hardest lift to judge. You're watching the hands and the feet, and you got to make sure the butt's on the bench. And there's just so many. You could have a million things wrong with the bench and not catch them because you're looking at the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Oh, absolutely.
Got Donovan coming up on 4.
Got Max on 3. Getting to the end of our openers here on both platforms.
That's going to be a good lift for Donovan, 2-1. He did get a yellow. The first time I ever commentated on the live stream, I was 15 at Ronats in Orlando in 2017. And I made myself a little note on my phone of what all the cards meant so I could commentate. And I'm like, if we're talking bench, red is you didn't touch your chest, blue's lockout, yellow, everything else. And that's really what it is.
Aaron started with a very smooth bench. And we have Ryan here on platform 3. He's opening huge with 195 kilos.
Dang.
I believe that is 430 pounds as an opener.
Looks like we got and it's a record attempt, it looks like. We may be switching some referees out. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a world record attempt, so we're going to switch out some referees. He took a record on his squat, too, I believe.
In the meantime, we have Jose on platform 4.
Very strong lift for Jose. All right, now we've got the right referees on the platform, and Ryan's going to attempt his world record. Walking away with 2 records, it would be insane.
And he hasn't even deadlifted yet.
I know. Well, if he's getting a record in the squat and the bench, there's a very good chance that he also gets the deadlift and the total. If not, one, if not both.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. That was so great.
That's a new record.
So I'd be interested to know what the current world record is and how much he's going to smash it by his third.
I'm not too sure. He's got a lot of room to go up from that.
Yeah, that was a crazy easy bench. It does look like he's in 2 divisions, though, so he might not be able to chip anything. Yeah, he is registered in both the teen and the open category, so he is unfortunately not able to chip a teen record, as that would be unfair to the other lifters in open.
The only instance in which he is able to chip is if it was an open record.
Which in
But he's taking a big jump to his second.
breaking an open record as like a 16-year-old would be crazy.
I can't imagine. We've got Peter closing out the flight on bench openers here on platform 4. Gonna miss that third squat there, so I think it's very imperative that he has a nice opener here, just to kind of get momentum back on his side.
That was a good lift for Bob on 3. That was a good lift.
Good lift. I will be honest, looked a bit tough. Couple openers on platform 4 seemed a bit tough. We'll see how they react and what sort of decisions they make off the back of that, but I think it's definitely hard to work through a tough opener on bench. There's just not enough room.
We had Steven miss his opener, and he did go up, so I'm going to guess that maybe that was a command issue for him. We got a replace command on platform 3. Looks, did he time out? No, he did not time out. He still got time. I'm thinking maybe for lockout as well. Oh. I'm going to hope that's a misgroove from Steven. He'll be able to come back and get that on his 3rd.
Tough second here by Sam. It's a good lift. Yeah, Steven is going to need to get that 3rd bench in order for him to register a total at this meet. Right now, he's in risk of bombing out. We never want to see a lifter do that, so he's going to just try to come back here and get it on his 3rd.
That is often why you will see even some of the best lifters just retake an opener, because it's not worth it to bomb out of the meet. Strong push from Steven. Oh, that was Steve. I'm so sorry. We've got a Steven and a Steve. 2 Steves. This is the flight of Steves.
3 Steves.
Is there really? Oh my goodness. It's tough to be a Steve on platform 4 right now.
If you look at flight D, I think there's also more Steves. So platform 4 is the platform of Steves.
I say we've had that with the women too. There's been a lot of Jennifers, and they've been back to back on every platform. It'd be tough to be a TC with all these Jennifers going around. Jennifer, Steve. We have 2 Michaels that were back to back in flight D for squats. They're a little separated now for benches, but whew. We've got our West Virginia State Chair, Peyton, giving handoffs on platform 3.
Opting to retake his missed opener. Moves very easily. Gets himself a bench on the board.
Means we got everyone on the board for flight C on platform 3. That's great. And honestly, this is a lot of green for benches so far, if I'm being honest. We tend to see the board light up with quite a few reds on bench. It's just, it's more so for the women, but for everybody, just 2.5 kilos can go from flying to stapling you when it comes to the bench.
Yeah, the 3rd bench attempt is the most missed in powerlifting. So really, it's imperative that everyone makes good decisions here based on those seconds. A couple of second attempts that were pretty hard in my opinion. Gonna need to see some lifters kind of step up to the plate there, make sure that happens for themselves.
I know, as we talked about earlier, you know, the lifters always have that option to scratch their 3rd and just save their energy for their deadlift. And if you know you don't have another 2.5, you know, that's the safest bet sometimes.
Absolutely. Got Zane on platform 3, 145 kilos.
I know you see some people hating on how high we have some arches in powerlifting, but the goal is to lift as much weight possible. You know, if your body lets you do that, then that's the goal of this sport. Looked like a pretty good second to me from Zane.
Your white lights. See how much he jumps after that one.
That was a 7.5 kilo jump from his first. I'm betting he takes 5.
5.
That's going to be my guess.
The thing about the 2.5 increment too is, some folks, they're looking at, a tough bench attempt. They're not sure if they want
Please
to.
take that.
Oh.
Okay.
Good grab by the spotters and loaders there. Just look like a little bit of an imbalance. He's grabbing his back. Maybe a slight cramp in the lower right, it looks like. But to what I was saying, you can opt for that 2.5 minimum increment. Some folks, they feel like, hey, if I'm going to come back out there, it's got to be at least 5 kilos.
Yeah. And that is exactly what he took. He took a 5 kilo jump.
Okay, we've got a Team 1 record, I believe, here on platform 3. Ashton is taking 147.5.
And it's going to fly off his chest, and he looks like he got stuck a little bit. And
tough
that's good.
lock up there. You're going to see that with these closer grip benchers. Very strong, compact off the chest, but when it's time to lock out those arms, it can run into a little bit of trouble. I think he'll probably like to come back and try that again. See if maybe a little bit more excitement, a little bit more energy can help him get past that sticking point.
When we talk about these hand placements and bench, like you will see them all over the place. I have seen people with their, pointer finger knuckles together benching. We don't have a minimum. We do have a maximum, which is going to be your pointer fingers on the rings of the bar. They have to be completely covering. But it's just deciding what's best for your body. And I've known many a lifter to, switch that grip around and try to figure out what's going to be best for their body.
It's going to depend on lifter to lifter, based on their anatomy, how they feel, how full their shoulders, a lot of different factors. Really easy bench there for Mo.
No lift for Paul. He's going to get one more attempt to come out and try that again.
Yeah, if you don't have LiftingCast at home, you're not on there with us. Most of Platform 4 is electing to take 2.5 kilos on top of their seconds so far, or retaking their failed seconds. I think across the board, save for a few people, I think folks might have opened up a bit too heavy today.
I would agree with that. And Ron's going to fly his second. We might see him take a bit more than a 2.5 kilo jump with how that looked. And a good lift on 3 as well.
Got Sky coming out to 162.5 kilos.
Steve took a 10 kilo jump from his first to his second. We'll have to see how this moves. He did get called for lockout by the head judge on his first one. And yeah, he's going to shake his head no, he doesn't got that today. It looks like Sky might have got a little off balance there.
We'll see if he comes back out for that third.
So far, we've got no scratches on the board.
Got Tori taking his time to set up here. Very high arch, depressed shoulders. He's pushing through.
I don't know if Italy touched his chest. Yeah, he's going to get a no lift, but those are for yellows. Really interesting, really interesting. If the referees had seen that he hadn't touched his chest, they would have thrown red cards. So I'm really wondering what those yellows are for. Maybe if I didn't see it trust his chest, I guess there's a possibility he beat the press command, or the start command, I mean, and he realized a little bit too late. I always hate when that happens.
Definitely. That's definitely something that we can't hear back here, but on the platform, it's a common mistake. Especially at an event like this, your nerves, all the energy.
Donovan's going to say no, he doesn't have that right now. We're really starting to see the reds stack up on platform 4.
Bit of a tough session here on platform 4 as far as benching goes.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm thinking we had a couple people take too big of jumps and maybe open too heavy as well.
Yeah.
Platform 3 is doing well, though. We've only got 3 reds so far. Got Jose attempting 145.
Oh, it looked like, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron's foot might have slipped.
We'll see what the referees
Definitely
say.
looks like his right foot slid in the middle of his bench attempt.
But he got blue cards. Interesting. I guess it could have been up and down and his foot slid. You know, you don't have to throw every infraction that you see from the cards, but I do see some referees throwing a rainbow sometimes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can't have that many things wrong with the lift. But some referees will just call the first infraction that they see.
Right.
And when we've got the screens down, it looks like.
They're going to work on getting those back, but like we established with Ryan's first attempt, any bench attempt he's taking from here on out is it's a world record, I believe, in the Team 3 category. 207.5 kilos. I mean, that's
no small amount.
Yeah, that's 457 pounds, folks. For an 82.5 kilo lifter. And he weighed in at 81. He's about 180 pounds.
And I honestly don't even think his arch is that crazy. This is just like pure strength on his bench.
Could be our last second attempt on platform 3.
And that still didn't even look that hard. That looked like a good second. I'm going to be real interested to see what he puts in for his third. And the screens are back.
The screens
Yay!
are back.
No old school loading. I'm still waiting on those lights.
I believe they said it was good on the platform. Might be some sort of connection issue.
We have had a bit of that this weekend. Running back to the scoring table, making sure they know that the lift is good.
Yep, good lift.
We've got Bob look like he's attempting a record as well. I can't see if it's world or American, but he's got the record stuff up.
I believe it's a Masters 5 record.
We don't see many Master 5s like ever.
No.
Master 4 is pretty common, but you know, once they get above 80, it's really uncommon to see them do full power.
Yeah, in the meets that I've been to, I think I've seen, including Bob, maybe 3 Masters 5 lifters.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And he's going to get that. Again, I'm seeing that left elbow maybe not quite locked, but
3 white lights.
but he's
Wow.
going to get it. Yeah, that's great. And Peter's going to fight for his second, 165 kilos. And that's going to be good for him as well. These are some beautiful benches. All right, we've got Steven coming back up. He needs this bench to stay on the board. He's going to be reattempting 100 kilos. It looks like maybe he got a little off balance. He got one arm locked out, and then the other one just wasn't going for him. So we're really hoping he can come out here and get this.
And for those at home who may be watching for the first time, what Ariel means by staying in the meet, powerlifting is a combination of a squat, bench, and deadlift to form the total. If you don't, record an attempt on each one of those lifts, you're not allowed to record a total. So Steven needs this to be in the meet.
Come on, Steven. Oh, no, it looks like his foot moved. Oh, we're going to have to see
there.
Oh, and they didn't get it. It looks like the chief referee saw it, but they have a very similar view to us, but the side referees just didn't catch it. So he is going to stay in the meet today, and that's great for him.
And we've got Steve on platform 4, Jonathan on platform 3. I believe Jonathan is trying to go 6 for 6 here to start his day. It looks like he's actually maybe the heaviest deadlifter in his flight, second heaviest. Starting 6 for 6 is a great way to set up some success there if he's trying to battle for a podium spot.
And see, he only took a 2.5 kilo jump, and that one did that barely moved off his chest. So that was definitely the smart move for him.
And again, 2.5 kilos, not that costly.
Especially not if you've got a really big deadlift.
Absolutely.
We have David coming up on 3 or 4. He took a 2.5 kilo jump as well.
He's fighting. David is fighting.
Just not today.
Yeah, just a little too heavy.
Good to know you got every kilo that you could. There's nothing worse than taking a 5 kilo jump to your third bench and missing it and knowing you had the 2.5.
Right.
Got Seth doing 145.
We've got Todd here. 125 kilos. He's trying to start his day 6 for 6 as well.
It's be a good lift for Seth. They're sending a lifter away. Looks like maybe another world record. If they've got to switch out some refs. Yep, another world record. We are killing it with the world records on platform 3 today. Oh, come on, Todd. You got this. Lock it out. Lock it out. That was a slow but strong third. And that's going to be 3 white lights for him.
Great lift. All right, we've got Ashton here on platform 3. Like we said earlier, closer grip. It's going to fly off his chest, but he's going to need to fight it through lockout.
Come on, come on,
and he's
come
up.
on. Yes.
He's
oh,
fighting
come on,
for
come on,
it.
come on, come on.
Get up, get up. He locks it out.
And the referees say 3 white
Good.
lights.
Yeah,
Yay.
New record in Teen 1 division.
We've got Teen 1, Teen 2, and Teen 3 on platform 3, I believe. So all of our sub-junior lifters. We've got no youth lifters here this weekend, but that's coming up here in 3 weeks in Pennsylvania. We've got youth bench and equip nationals. Come on, Eamon. Come on. Come on. You got it.
Can you lock it out of the right arm? Oh, my gosh.
He got it that time. The referees are going to say, oh, no lift. Looks like maybe his butt might have come up. We're going to fight on 3. Not today.
Yeah, a couple tough third benches right now.
But honestly, some of the thirds I've expected to have not gone up, and they've managed to lock them out, so good for them. going to be not enough for Paul today.
We've got Mo on platform 3 taking a 5 kilo jump to 157.5 kilos.
Oh, that was a really nice third from Mo.
Yeah, he is having a day right now.
Is he our first lifter to go 6 for 6? On platform 3 he is, yeah.
Yes. We got Sky coming out to retake 162.5. Missed his third squat. It'd be really nice to, lock this attempt in here. Again, for a lot of these guys, they are going to end up trying to, vie for podium placings. Especially all the team lifters here. They're all condensed into one flight. So you know who you're competing against. It makes it a lot easier to know what you're going to deadlift and what you need to do when you make more attempts leading up to it. So we're going to see if Sky can get us on the board. Yeah, and it's just too much today.
It wasn't even that big of a jump. It was 7.5 kilos from his opener. We need a good lift here on platform 4. We've had quite a few misses. We have our other Steve coming up with 132.5. He's going to be retaking that again. Got a little stuck last time. We'll see if he can lock it out. Come on, Steve, you got this. Lock it out.
He's fighting for it.
I think those spotters might have taken that bar too soon.
I'm not sure.
We also cannot hear the referees. The referees might have asked them to take it. I did not see the bar move down, though, or him shake his head.
Again, it's hard. It's very incremental, especially when he was a little, off balance, left to right arm. The spotter could have seen that, that right side dip a little bit and elected to grab it.
Yeah. The lifter can always go to the jury, request a relift, and see what they say.
Okay, we've got Vitali here. He missed his second attempt. Just trying to lock that number in. Had a really big squat session.
Oh, he's going to lock it out. That'll be a good lift for him. There we go. There's a good lift on the board. We got 3 attempts left on 3 and 4 on 4. And we'll be moving into flight D.
So he's fighting for it. Saw the teeniest little bobble. Let's see if...
No lift on for yellow.
Maybe his butt came up?
Maybe, but for the head judge to see a butt come up, it's kind of crazy. I was not paying that close attention on that one, yeah. Got Max.
Max of 182.5 kilos here. This is a big jump. I think he's just jumping. I mean, this would eclipse the 400-pound barrier.
Yeah.
This looks like, he's just going for that landmark.
And and sometimes if you're not eligible for podium spotter, it doesn't look like you're gonna get there. You want to go for those numbers that are your goals.
Absolutely. And landmark lifts, they matter for everybody, but especially for younger lifters. Yeah. Definitely after I mean, just a huge jump after that second.
Yeah. He also went into that third bench with 5 good attempts. So, you know, sending it never hurts.
Right.
Now we've got Ryan coming up here looking to break his own world record by another 2.5 kilos. A 210 bench, even as he's a Team 3, is insane.
I mean, this is an amazing bench in the open, you know, let alone
Yeah.
a Team 3 lifter.
I don't believe the open in this weight class has lifted yet. So it'll be interesting to see where he places amongst the open lifters. He's forecasted second. They may be on 1 or 2. Looks like he's using the widest bench grip possible with those pointer fingers on the rings.
Oh, very technical bencher here.
And yeah, just a little too much for him. It's really unfortunate that he couldn't have chipped that record and trying to got as much possible, but that is what happens when you're in both 2 divisions.
Luckily, only 2.5 kilos there, lost on total. It's not really going to make too much of a mark. He still has deadlifts to come up. I think as far as the team competition, he's in the driver's seat. And he'll have to wait until after prime time to see where he stacks up against the prime time lifters in the open. But definitely pacing right now to definitely vie for the podium. We've got Peter, last bench on platform 4.
Oh, and that.
Oh,
Well.
lock out. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. That was a perfect call from his coach.
Yeah, like you said earlier, definitely a couple of benches that I did not expect to be completed just based off the second attempts. But I mean, when you're as experienced as some of these lifters are, you know, fighting for that extra 5 pounds, I mean, it's definitely a realistic task.
All right, we're going to move on to flight
We are-
D. Got Francis starting us off on 3.
And we've got Robbie, platform 4. You're seeing Robbie here consult with the designated handoff person on the platform. Now, for those who aren't taking a self-unrack, there is a designated person giving off the unracks on the platform, just trying to communicate to him exactly how they want it. Some lifters feel like it's a bit risky to, you know, leave with a chance on these unracks, but again, if that's their style of benching, you know, it's what you got to rely on. That looked easy enough.
Yeah, that looked great. I mean, these spotters and loaders, they are the best in the country. That's why they're here. So they're all going to give pretty good handoffs. But as everyone always says, you know, the more detailed the handoff, the better it's going to be for you and the more how you want it. Looked like that bench might have been a little lighter than Kenneth had expected. Might have thrown him off a little bit, but he still got the lift. Looks like we've got a lifter on 4 asking for the chief referee to stand above him, maybe for some hearing issues.
Again, they do turn the music down, give a lot of, you know, respect to the lifters so that they can hear the commands, but it is still a loud convention center, still an active crowd.
Oh, we've got Lee giving him taps as cues. You can ask the referee to stand above you. Some referees will opt to wave an arm in front of your face instead of tapping you, but you can ask them to tap you as well for a bit of a physical cue. That is a risk that you take, though, because that if a tap is a little too hard, it might throw you off in your setup, but it's better than jumping a command, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to take our third person taking 110 on 3. That was quite speedy.
Yeah. We're seeing some speedier openers. Honestly, that's what you want on bench. As we've been saying all day, there's just not as much room to go up at these loads on bench press. Even if you are, a record-setting bench presser, any little incremental, mistake in how much you go up, as you can see, like we've seen some missed second attempts just on strength. It can be a hard bench to predict how it shows up on meet day, and so making sure that you do have an easy opener, something that you know you'll get, it really sets you up for success.
100%. And as we see, because bench is so close, like we've got multiple lifters taking the same attempts on both platforms. And usually bench is quite a close race. We've got our couple outliers that are either, not as much as everybody else, or crazy benches like we saw with Ryan. But for the most part, our bench is going to be pretty close, and that's why our squats and our deadlifts are really the deciders in these runs most of the time. We've got a blue and a yellow card on 4. Not sure what that exactly was for, but Philip missed his opener. Got Aaron on 3 and Michael on 4. Very strong for Michael. Very strong for Aaron. Flight D is definitely being a little more conservative with their openers.
We've got Scott coming up here on platform 3. Nigel on platform 4. Making sure to communicate with the spotter and loader exactly how you want the handoff. Good attempt for Scott. See that nice and slow descent. Trying to make sure he hits the right touch point.
We did see a lot of the younger lifters, descend really quickly in their benches, and that's something that you can learn that can actually be a hindrance to your lift, can set you off. So we will see a lot of our masters lifters slow down, slow up, and they're nice and controlled benches.
And there's a lot of reasons for that. For a lot of lifters, if they at any point get on the wrong bar path, it is hard to recover on bench press. You don't have as many muscles as the deadlift or the squat to kind of correct your body in its position. Another thing is, when you're talking about, getting these long press commands, long pauses, a lot of people think that, hey, if I get to my chest and it's, completely stopped as the rules say, I'll get a faster press command. So just making sure you're nice and controlled, that kind of gives you the opportunity to have a more consistent press command.
100%. Most referees are just waiting for that bar to be 100% stable, like it says in the rule book. And like you said, if it goes down too fast, it can be bouncing around, and that can be the reason you're getting held.
We've got Drake on platform 3, 135 kilos.
We had a missed lift for Adam on 4.
Still elected to go up. I'm wondering what the infractions were.
Some yellow cards.
Okay, maybe a command.
David. Super fast off his chest. That was crazy. I'll be interested to see what jump David takes with an opener that looks like that. You'll often hear the MCs or, the commentators teasing lifters about taking their third or their last warm-up on the platform. And, it can be silly to see somebody do a lift that easy, but, you never know what's going on for them in the training room. And, maybe bench was difficult this time around, and they're just trying to make sure they get on that board so that they can post a total.
And we are wrapping up our opening benches here on platform 3 and 4. We got Kenneth right now. Very long arms.
You will often hear people say that powerlifting is not the tall man's sport, but I think Kenneth might be proving us wrong over here.
Absolutely.
We got Michael bringing the bar up to 125 kilos. That's a pretty decent jump on 4. We've seen everybody else be pretty close.
Yeah, starting to break away from that pack.
And our final bencher on platform 3.
Monty with 152.5 kilos, 336 pounds.
See, Michael lifted his head a little bit on his bench. That is no longer a cause for a mislift, so he will get a 3 white lights on that. That rule, I think, was rescinded about 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute. We got 2-1 on 3.
Yeah, and we are starting second attempts on platform 3.
Got a world record on platform 4 for Mark.
It's a Masters 3 bench record.
Got Francis double checking his plate load. Maybe he's been wronged in the past.
It's always good to make sure that you have all the right weights loaded. It's on the spotters and loaders, and it's on the referee, but obviously mistakes can happen, especially in a fast-paced meet like this.
Oh, 100%. Got a good lift on 4. That is a new Masters 3 world record. And it'll be a good lift on 3 as well.
It's a great bench there by Matt.
You got a blue card on that one. I'm assuming probably for some lockout. I didn't see any up and down on that.
Got William with our last bench press opener on platform 4.
William is just looking, he's had some crazy lifts today. Does he also have the highest deadlift? Yes, he does. That was a really strong opener, and that's a good lift for him as well. All right, we're on to second attempts on platform 4. Platform 3 is just speeding along there.
We're going to have William coming out here on platform 3.
Got Robbie making sure his bar is nice and center.
Oh, good attempt by William.
You'll see a couple of these lifters opting for a bench or a belt on their bench. I personally don't bench with a belt. I know some of them, they feel it helps them brace a little bit better, but it does also add an element that you can get red lighted for, because if your bar touches your belt, that is a red light. That was a good lift for Robbie.
Yeah, depending on where you wear it, you can really stop yourself from having that be a possibility. But some of these lifters, I mean, they want that extra stability. They want to feel just a little bit more compact when they're benching.
Yeah, when you've got these really big benches, you do need to protect your back sometimes, and that belt can definitely do that for you.
Absolutely. We've got another attempt at 100 kilos. Philip here missed it on his opening attempt.
I did see him speaking to the chief referee, so I'm wondering if that was maybe a command thing and he asked the chief referee to speak up. Looked like a strong
good
attempt,
there,
yeah. And it's a good lift for him, yay.
Platform 3 continues to move. Christopher, 125 kilos. It looks good on our end, and it looks good to the referees.
Got Scott coming up on 3. Strong lift on 4. And it's a good lift.
Oh yeah, very strong off the chest.
That was beautiful. And that's what you get with taking a smaller, quote unquote, smaller jump from your first to your second, is you get a second that looks like that, and you get to decide if you want, you know, the 7.5, the 5, or the 2 for your third, and you've got those extra kilos on the board.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing, is that, you know, sometimes if you go a little too heavy on your second attempt, you don't have as many options to make, you know, the right decision, right? But with Scott there, I mean, he's got, you know, he'd go up 2.5, he'd go up 5, he's feeling really good, maybe 7.
He did go with 5. I think that's a good choice for him. I think that's going to set him up to get his third.
On platform 4, we have Nigel. Gonna be stepping up here. He only took a 2.5 kilo jump after his opener.
That is an interesting choice. I thought his opener looked really good.
Maybe he's not feeling the best. Could be something regarding his training leading into the meet, or maybe he's just trying to play really safe here. We'll see how it moves, though.
Well, that was definitely the right call. It's going to be a good lift for him.
Imbalance on his right side. Maybe there's something he's feeling that we don't know.
Yeah.
Just trying to play it safe.
We see a lot of shoulder injuries in powerlifting, and especially with our masters lifters, and you know that can be, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that can be a cause for lighter jumps on their bench.
Yeah.
Want to keep a shoulder safe.
Most powerlifters, when they're squatting, they like to do a little low bar squat. And there's a lot of rotational stress that gets put on your shoulder. And so coming off, you know, a heavy squat session, right into a bench session when the meet is running this fast, I mean, it can be hard to feel like you've recovered and, you know, gotten rid of that strain on your shoulders.
Yeah, that's a very good point. This was a strong attempt from Adam, especially after missing his opener and going up. And he's going to get it 2-1. So far, we've got everybody on the board. That's amazing. Definitely a lot more green on the seconds with this flight. We're on to the last 2 benchers and flight D on 3. Oh, looks like we might have jumped the start command. It's okay, he's gonna be able to come out and get that again for the third.
Now, if that happens to you and you're feeling good, are you deciding to go up?
I gotta say that's a game time decision for me, depending on, you know, where I might place with everybody else. If I'm so far down the podium that it's not gonna happen, you know, I might go up, have some fun. I have seen some lifters go and take that second attempt in the warm-up room to make sure that they're good and then going for it, but I personally would probably take a very small jump or would stay the same.
Yeah, I agree with you there, especially if it's moving pretty well.
And that looked like it moved great. He just jumped that start command. We'll see what he puts in. in my opinion, 2.5 would be the safe bet for him.
Got Monty on platform 3, finishing out our second attempts.
And Kenneth on 4.
Now, if you're watching at home, you saw Kenneth's bench here as he tries to lock it out. It took them a while to give him the press command. You saw him shuffling his feet. He's not going to get that command until his feet are set. Now, obviously, when you're under the bar, you might feel like you need to, reposition a little bit. But that as clear as it was, they will not give him a start command until he has his feet set.
On the bench, we're looking for a couple things to be able to get your start command. They're looking for your feet flat on the floor and your butt and your shoulders in contact with the bench.
We've got Francis here, starting our third attempts on platform 3.
Greg is going to go ahead and retake that 155 on his third.
He's fighting. Yeah, just a little bit too much today. And that's what we've been saying with those bench attempts. His second attempt looked pretty strong. 92.5 felt safe, but those increments, they catch up on you.
Yeah, especially going into third benches, I think, is when athletes start to get really exhausted and the toll of the day starts to weigh in on you a little bit. And so at that scoring table after that second, it might have felt like it was there, but you get on that platform and you're like, I don't think so.
Right.
Got William took a really safe 2.5 kilo jump. We'll see what he gets on that. Michael on 4. Strong second. That's going to be a good lift for him.
We're getting to the end of our second attempts on platform 4. We've got Mark. He's going to load up 132.5 kilos.
Looks like we're having some discussion from the jury in the head chair on 3. Wondering if maybe they're contesting a lift. Oh, it looks like Greg is getting a relift from that 155 from earlier. I am wondering what has happened there, or if they were overturning it. He's set to the current lifter, so I'm really unsure what they're going to do about that. Because typically we would send a lifter to the end of the flight if they were getting a relift, but as we are already on to thirds, I'm not really sure how they're going to handle that.
Okay, I'm hearing it here. The MC is saying Greg heard the start command from another platform, and that's why he started the bench press early. So they're giving him a relift. He's going to be allowed to reattempt that weight.
That can be very confusing because we do have the referees are trying their hardest to make sure that they are loud enough for all their lifters, and maybe another referee was so loud that it caught Greg a little off guard. So the jury's going to go ahead and let him do that again. Give a chance for platform 4 to catch up a little bit. So they are going to put some compulsory time on the clock, I believe, for Greg, since he didn't have. If you have less than 3 lifters before you have to lift again, you get 3 minutes on the clock, and you can take your lift, or 3 minutes if you've had no time, 2 minutes if you've had 1 lifter, 1 minute if you've had 2, and so on. So they set the clock at whatever compulsory time he had, and he can take the lift at any time within that.
Yeah. And that relift opportunity happens at the end of the flight.
It looks like we've got this compulsory time on the clock, but it is not running. That's really interesting.
We've got William on platform 4, closing out our second attempts. Got a lot of long arm benchers in this flight. He squeezes that one out.
That was a very good attempt. I'm not sure.
I think maybe he could come out and fight for 2.5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think 2.5 might be there, but I'm not sure. That was a good attempt.
We've got Greg.
All right.
go.
Yeah, there we
Looks
go.
to be a good lift.
And it's going to be a good lift
Your
for
highlights?
him.
Yeah.
You know, it never hurts to go discuss with the jury. You know, you can. Sometimes they'll work in your favor.
Yeah.
And he'll get a
The
chance.
worst thing they can do is say no.
Exactly. And as long as you know that you're respectful, they will hear you out. And sometimes it's a great learning opportunity to figure out what you might have done wrong in a lift. One time I showed up to national meet when I was younger, and I was turning my feet out as I was squatting down, and I didn't know that was against the rules. And it was the first time someone had caught me. And, you know, both me and my father were like, oh, my goodness, I didn't know that was a thing. That was a really strong third from Robbie. And he will be 6 for 6 going into deadlifts. We're on to thirds on both platforms.
Willie with a really good third attempt. He is 6 for 6. He's having a good day so far. Got Aaron retaking his second attempt here. It was a 5 kilo jump after his opener. His opener looked strong. Oh, wow.
That looked way better than the second did.
Yeah,
And he
three
got it,
highlights.
yeah.
Sometimes you just got to go back and recollect yourself.
Oh, 100%. And even if you, like, maybe that extra bit of rest time he got from Matt retaking his lift was really going to help.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Definitely a domino effect when things like that happen and a lifter has to take a relift.
And it really depends, because you could be ready to go and, like, psyched and it's your turn, and that, you know, extra time could hurt you or it could help you, you know?
Right.
Oh, it looks like Nigel's not going to be able to lock out that last 2.5 kilos. So that was definitely the right call from his coach to do 105 on his second. That's Steve on 4.
Wow, great attempt by Steve.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Referee say good lift. He will also be 6 for 6 going into deadlift.
Okay, you see Sean there. He's going to get red lights. If you're asking why he got red lights there, if you saw his feet, you know, in the USAPL, your feet have to be firmly planted onto the ground. As he was struggling to press the barbell, his heels came up, trying to give himself some extra lift. And unfortunately, that is a violation.
Very strong on 4. And a good lift for him as well.
Oh, great lift by Christopher.
We do have quite a few lifters in this flight making very good attempts for themselves for their benches.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of green on these third attempts, and that was great to see. We've got Scott, platform 3.
And
Really
Adam
strong
on
session
4.
so far.
Adam did miss his first. He came back and he got 110 on his second, and he's going to be attempting 115 for this third. Slow down for Scott. Not quite today. Adam is also not quite today.
Couple tough misses there. We're going to see how Michael and Tony take their thirds. Tony's just been doing, straight 10-kilo jumps. I mean, starting from squats, really. Having a very clean day so far.
Well, and sometimes when there's a spot for an international meet on the line, you do not want to take risks.
Absolutely.
Oh, Michael, come on. You got this. Lock it out. Beautiful. Oh, that was super strong.
That was easy for Tony. Yeah, to what you said there, I mean, when you're at a high-pressure meet like this, these are some of the best lifters in the country, and not to say that they, can't execute at a high level, but that pressure does get to some people. They make different decisions. Sometimes the best strategy is just to, take what's there for you, and if you end up 9 for 9, I mean, rest assured, most other people are going to miss 1 or 2 attempts here and there.
I feel like it is very rare to see someone go 9 for 9 at a national meet.
I mean, you're here, you're pushing, this is the culmination of months of training. A lot of folks are, coming in confident. They're coming in with big goals. And just trying to reach for those. Sometimes, a misstep happens. Drake with a great lift on platform 3.
Yeah. You say you don't come to nationals to sandbag.
Right, right.
Kenneth is looking for another 2.5 kilos. Oh, it looks like his elbow maybe hit the safety there. Might have misgrooved him a little bit. He locked it out, though.
We'll see what the referees call. That's 3 whites.
So if you've read the rule book, you are allowed to come into contact with the safeties or the rack as long as it doesn't age your lift in any way, and especially since that was his elbow. There's no way he was resting on that safety.
Right. Especially with how long his arms are, I mean, it's hard to, come down and touch your chest without some sort of contact.
Yeah, and that was a really strong lift from Joshua.
We're starting to close out here on both platforms. 2 more bench presses on platform 3 with Greg coming up here. And we've got Michael on platform 4 about to take his hand off.
I honestly thought Greg had more than 2.5 kilos in him, so we'll have to see how this third goes.
And you have to remember, I mean, technically because of, the issue with hearing another platform's press command, this is his 4th bench attempt.
Yeah, that is a good point. With retaking a lift like that, you are putting extra strain and stress on your body. And it looks like that was the right call because he didn't quite get that one up there.
Yeah. You might walk away thinking like, hey, maybe instead of having taken that second bench and that retake, just trying to go up,
Yeah, he might have had it. But that was a 10-kilo jump. That would have been a lot to try to risk for 12. And do our last bench on platform 3, 170 kilos.
You got Mark battling with 135 kilos. Just a little up and down. Spotters and grabbers were asked to grab it. Got Monty fighting for his. Yeah, a little too much on the day.
So platform 3 will set their platform up for deadlift, and they'll take a 10-minute break. Oh, we switched to the wrong platform. No.
There you go. We've got video back. We got David on platform 4.
That just shows you how fast our spotters and loaders are. They are like Formula One crews. They move so fast.
Yeah, a little too heavy there for David. I mean, he took a 12.5 kilo jump. That's a little abnormal. Amongst powerlifting, most people elect to, take 10 at most, maybe a little bit more when they're going from their first to the second. So when you get to that big of a range, it's hard to predict, how Strickland's going to show up.
Yeah.
Got Matt with the run out. He's ready to try to get this attempt.
It looks like he's tied in subtotal with David and Matt are tied in subtotal, so he might have been trying to get a bit of a leg up knowing that Matt had the bigger deadlift.
Oh my!
That was so speedy. And he's going to get it 2-1. All right, we're coming up with our last bench on 4. William's going to be attempting 155 kilos.
Again, missed those 2 squat attempts. I mean, it'd be really good for him going to deadlifts. You know, finishing bench 3 for 3. He's up. Just a little too much. All right, folks, we're going to take a 10-minute break on this platform as soon as the spotters and loaders.
Get access to world-class coaching in real time from anywhere. Whether in a small group setting or one-on-one, our coaches are in your ear during your training sessions, watching every rep and correcting every mistake. Get access to world-class coaching in real time from anywhere. Whether in a small group setting or one-on-one, our coaches are in your ear during your training sessions, watching every rep and correcting every mistake.
Alrighty, we are back with deadlifts on platform 3. We're going to start off with Bob, and he's going to be opening up with 75 kilos. That's going to be a very, very strong opener for Bob. Just a reminder, Bob is in his 80s. He's a Masters 5 lifter. And he's doing a great job today. Now we're going to take the bar up to 192.5 kilos, my bad, for Ashton.
And he's being asked here again, as you guys have seen all day. They do replace the judges when there is a world record being attempted. We have multiple categories of referees, and for a world record, we need Cat 2 international referees, just in those seats so that we can, verify the lift should he get it. And considering it's an opener, I'm going to assume that he's going to get this.
Yeah, that was super strong.
Yep.
Our sport is still growing so much, and it's crazy to see some of these kids come out here and break world records, like on openers. Like, this is our second opener world record break today on this platform.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
In a lot of ways, I mean, these guys are kind of the, what's the right word here? They're kind of setting new ground and new standards for these divisions. I mean, these younger youth divisions, you'd see, years and years ago, I'm sure you've seen it grow just in the youth divisions alone, outside of the entire sport. But as they continue to participate, I mean, these records will go up, set a new standard for new lifters, and, the quality of the sport just continues to rise.
Oh, 100%. When I started lifting, there wasn't a youth bar ever. It wasn't required that you had a youth bar for youth lifters, and youth lifters still had to take increments of 2.5 kilos, and they had to use the collars. And my brother at the time was barely 25 kilos and was having to open his bench with 25 kilos. And, so to see now that we have required youth bars and jumps of, 1 kilo and stuff like that for all these youth lifters, it's great to see how much our sport has grown and how it has adapted with the people that we've had. And it's so amazing to see. And the introductions of the MX divisions and the adaptive divisions, raw with wraps, our sport is truly amazing. And I feel privileged to be here during such a crucial time.
Oh, we've got Ogden on platform 3, opening with 220 kilos. David on platform 4, he's going to take 175. He's pointing to somebody he knows in the crowd. Very strong pull by Ogden there. And a good opener by David.
He's very excited about that one. Got Donovan coming out, asking the spotters to make sure those plates are nice and tight for him.
Okay. Good opener there for Sky.
And that is a good lift 2-1 for Donovan. Looks like the Chief maybe didn't think he was locked out.
Yeah, he's going to have to watch that as he goes.
Yeah, those shoulders looked a little forward to me.
Aaron with a very strong opener.
Got Paul pulling conventional. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of openers here fly.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really good to see that as we start this session.
Very nice pull for Albert. It's a good lift for him. Now, when these deadlifts get this heavy, jacking them becomes no easy task. Holding that thing up there while the plates get changed is quite difficult. Got Tori coming out on 3.
And we've got Amon on platform 4. Both wearing the same singlet.
I feel like they've been out at the same time a couple times. I'm a little unsure.
Yeah, I
of
don't
that
know if his
lockout.
grip was a little loose on his right hand, but you could definitely see it pull away off the floor. I do remember with Amon, after his third bench, he came off the platform grabbing, his lower back on the right side. Could be a little, a little bit of a sensation there, a little bit of pain. Obviously, they feel good enough for him to come out and take a real attempt. So, nothing that we're saying is injured. But as far as, maybe why that imbalance was there, that could be it. Yeah, taking a 5-kilo jump, so they definitely know something's up. Just being very modest about, what they do, but still letting him go out there and compete.
And it looks like they are going to put in a second attempt, so not so much that they're only taking their opener either.
Got Ryan on platform 3. This, I believe, is either a lift record, a total record, or both for the Team 3 division. It's been having an incredible day. Oh, man.
That was an insane pull. Oh, my goodness. bit of a rough start for Benjamin. It was a good lift. You know, Benjamin did end up scratching his third squat, so he may also be being a little bit injured. That was a decently slow opener, but it was still there. I'll be interested to see what he puts in for his second. Max walking away like that was nothing. Good lift for Steve. These deadlifts move so fast sometimes. It can be hard when you're at the scoring table to keep up with all the attempts. We still don't have a attempt for Ben.
And you can just kind of see by the way they approach the platform. I mean, these guys are feeling confident. This is the lift that they feel good doing.
I will say probably about 75% of powerlifters think deadlift is their best lift. That is not me, by far, but these guys are looking real excited.
Even if not the best, I mean, perhaps the most fun. You know, you can just kind of, most of the meet's already happened. You can just kind of go, you know, let it all out there.
So there is no harm in sending a deadlift. The worst that can happen is you can't break it off the floor.
Right.
Ron's going to attempt 245. And Aaron's coming out on 3 with our biggest deadlift of the flight with 285 kilos. Super easy for Ron. Oh, and
very,
I didn't
very
even see
easy.
that go up.
Yeah.
It was just there. It looks like Ryan is going to be fighting for that current open first place. I know we've got some people in prime time coming up, but he is battling for that first. That number does keep changing. That was really strong for Jose.
We've got Bob. This is going to be a master's record. Go.
These don't even look hard, Bob. Let's put some weight on, please. It is actually, I don't know about you, but what did David just do? I don't often see even Masters 4 lifters be able to walk themselves on and off the platform.
Right.
And so Bob just trotting out there like he owns the place is amazing. Steven is going to reattempt his 150 opener. I'm not sure what he missed his first on.
And we've got Ashton back out here. Again, his opener was a record, so every attempt here is going to be a record. Ashton, I believe, is 14.
Let's check.
14.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. He can't drive, but he can lift a truck.
Steven did go ahead and get that second attempt, so we've got everybody. We'll be posting a total so far. That was no small jump either. That was a 15-kilo jump from Ashton's opener. I cannot wait to see what he does for that third. Steve.
Very good pull.
Yeah, super strong, super strong. You know, Gino's got his mask on, so we're ready for some deadlifts.
We got Sam setting up for 225. This is 496 pounds.
Super solid pull from Sam.
It's a good lift. David wedges in. Oh, very nice pull. See what the judges think.
Looks like we might be having a little bit of a technical issue with the controllers. Gino
Good.
says it's good. And the lights come on.
Go. Ogden is taking the time to set up here. Got to miss the bench, miss the squat. It'd be very nice to, finish your day going 3 for 3. I know I've had meets where, my squat and bench, missed attempt here and there, but finishing the day 3 for 3, I mean, it changes your mood completely.
100%.
Go. Bit of a sticky second. There's definitely room to go up.
Yeah, Donovan coming out here for his second. He did take a 17.5 kilo jump when he did get a red light for lockout on his first. We're going to have to see how this one looks. Now you got Sky on 3. Good pull for Sky. Oh, I'm not sure that's locked.
We'll see here. It kind of looks like his opener there. 3 white lights.
All right.
Again, the referees have a different view than what we see here in the front camera, so sometimes you think, maybe a lifter, is not locked out or some aspect of the lift might get red lighted, but the front cam is not a referee cam.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, we should do that though. Let's put body cams on the refs.
Right.
Same thing. It's those knee sleeves.
Yeah.
They could help you in an instance like the deadlift, or it might be a little bit harder to tell if you're locked out. Depending on the referees, it could be a help or a hindrance. Oh, it looks like those plates aren't very tight. And they're gonna fix it. They know what they're doing.
Got Tori on platform 3 and Albert on platform 4. So very similar color schemes going on right here.
I think that's the same singlet as well.
Oh.
Yes, good pools. Red and black does seem to be a very popular powerlifting color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes with our color scheme for nationals this year, a little red and orange.
What I would have liked to see, I mean, if someone, could find themselves a peach singlet at some point this week.
That totally exists. Oh my goodness. Eamon has taken a bit of a conservative jump for his second.
Great pull by Zane. Yeah, same thing here for Amon. That right hand a bit more extended on the right side. He looks comfortable, so I don't really think there's any injuries or anything. For some people, when they are doing mixed grip, I mean, there is one hand that can be, a little stronger than the other, so just a slight imbalance. As long as that bar does not divot down and they're able to complete the lift, I mean, there's no issues.
Oh, a bit of a grinder for
Seth
Seth.
here fights the lockout.
I'm wondering if the referees thought that was supporting. It's like one referee might have called for supporting on the thighs, but, 2-1.
I wonder what he'll take on his third.
Yeah. I would do 2.5 if I'm being honest. I don't think he has much more than that. Benjamin, the 10-kilo jump.
Benjamin is fighting.
I do think he might have a bit of an injury from that squat. I really wonder if he's going to take a third deadlift. He's waiting for the referees.
Yeah, a bit of a connection issue on platform 4 with LiftingCast, but only a delay.
And
We got Ryan,
his world record
platform
again.
3, another world record. Doesn't even have baby powder on yet.
Oh, that's how you know his third's going to be crazy.
Yeah. I don't think he needs it, folks.
Got some crazy bass going in the ballroom right now. Look at that big smile on Max's face. He knows he has those. This was a big jump. This was a 22.5 kilo jump.
Yeah,
But
he's feeling good.
His opener flew, so I'm not surprised. And
Go.
that was a perfect second. Oh, but he jumped his feet. Oh, no, referees didn't catch it. It is a newer addition to the rule book that your feet must stay in the same path. Like, you can turn your toes in if you're a sumo lifter when you put the bar down, but you cannot fully move the footprint of the foot. And
Right.
he did do that, but that is something that I have seen a number of referees not call at the last couple national meets I've been to.
Yeah, lucky for it to not get called there. The lift is good as it stands. Got Jonathan coming up on platform 3. Vitaly on platform 4.
Vitaly's had some really strong pulls today. His lifts are just incredible.
Oh.
Looks like he lost some balance. Oh, he's looking to see if he got the down command in time. Oh, no. Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
It almost looked like he lost balance when the bar hit the ground.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I thought he may have done the down command and just fell forward.
Yeah.
Now that's gonna be interesting there because obviously the lift was, he's very capable.
Uh-huh. That was a big jump, though, so they might be taking the safer bet to try to get as many kilos as possible.
I think if he wanted to take 5, maybe 7.5, that could be, almost a sure bet. But we'll see here. I mean, again, with these deadlifts, the lifters are able to change their attempts. They've got 2 opportunities to change it after that initial number. So if he wants to put a number in, have more time to think. I mean, yeah, you see there on LiftingCast, Jonathan, who just failed that second attempt, he went up 20 kilos.
That is an interesting choice. I'm not sure he has another 20 kilos, but it could always be a mind game with these third deadlift changes, especially if you can catch a lifter who's in a high podium spot that maybe doesn't know about the rule. You can win that way, which is nice because it does give you a bit of a a technical advantage. Do you read the rule book? Do you know the rules when it comes to this high level of lifting? But it looks like he is looking to pool for 4th place, so that might be why we've put in that 315. Oh, Jose, that flew off the floor. Hope to see him take a bit of a jump for his third. Referee say good lift.
That's a good lift for Jose.
We
We are on to our thirds.
I'm interested to see what Aaron's going to put in as well, because that was a good pull. It is a close race here for the T3s. Good lift for Steven. And Bob is going to lock out that world record yet again. And it's still going to look like an opener.
Yeah, he's definitely excited. All right, we are getting the bar loaded for Ashton.
And I do think it's interesting that he only took a 2.5 kilo jump, because I really thought he had more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I am wondering if, oh no, how far is he away from? He is pretty far away from catching the Team 1 in first. So it looks like he's just going for the safer bet on the deadlift.
Right. I think too, I mean, maybe he might have communicated with his coach like, hey, you know, didn't feel that great taking that second attempt. They're just trying to get in another attempt, you know. I believe this will guarantee him 9 for 9. I mean, showing up to nationals, setting as many world records as he has, and finishing 9 for 9, like that's pretty much a perfect day.
And again at 14, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was apparently the right call.
I think definitely there was some communication with his coach.
Yeah.
We have Sam Sullivan. Now, he is taking a big jump from 225 to 238. 238 is the current Teen 1 world record, and it looks like he's just electing to try to go for that record. Now, I'm not sure exactly how this is going to pan out. I would say, based on his second attempt, this is a bit of a ambitious jump,
yeah,
but
I think this is a stretch.
going for a record is going for a record.
Yeah, you know, he is, again, far enough behind Ashton that he's not going to be able to pull for second. But, so, you know, maybe that record is in his wheelhouse.
We've got David on platform 4.
He's a really good pull from David. Oh,
Sam's fighting for it.
Oh,
Oh my goodness!
and you got Piro behind him just in case. Did he get it? Did he get it? Come on, man. Yeah, he
That's
got
a
it.
good
2-1.
I'll eat my
agree.
words.
That side rec furry, I do agree that maybe he wasn't fully locked out. But you know, that's great to walk away with the world record.
So we have Mo coming out here for 240 kilos. Mo is actually having a great day so far. Been a very smooth lifter.
Yeah, he doesn't look
This,
concerned at
I
all.
believe, will give him 9 for 9.
Got Todd on 4. And he's not going to be able to
Just
break
a
that
little
off
too
the
much.
floor. I say third deadlift is where you give it your all. You put a number on there that you just want, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Oh. Maybe not enough chalk for Mo.
Yeah, I think what we saw there is, as he was going to complete the lift, that sticking point happens on his thighs, and his hand just gets into contact with his thigh, and it opens his hand up.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. We've got Paul coming out here looking to add another 2.5 kilos to his total. Ogden on 3.
Got Ogden on platform 3.
Oh, that was a really easy pull for Paul. Ogden has first place pretty tightly secured. And he's being called off the platform, or he decided he can't do it? Are there misload, maybe? What's happening?
I'm not exactly sure. We're going to wait and see what the MC says here.
Oh, I think it maybe was a record, and we got to put... No, I don't see the record thing. Okay, interesting, interesting. We do have the clock being reset. Okay, yes. We did hear the MC say that it is a
Yeah.
world record. So they did have to switch some referees out. Looks like they either didn't tell the scoring table, or I'm not sure what quite happened with that, but
Ogden's fighting for it. Oh, man.
now these guys all are in the same category, so I'm wondering if Ashton is just the only one who knew to tell the scoring table that they were records, because they all are in the same category. So Sam is going to go home with that record because he did end up deadlifting more than Ogden did, but that is really interesting.
I see.
Yeah. Now, at a national meet, like we've said, we do have to switch the referees out to make sure that we have international Cat 1 or Cat 2s on the platform. So if a lifter forgets to tell the scoring table and the right referees aren't on the chair, then they've unfortunately forfeited that chance to a record, even if the lift was good.
Come on, Albert.
That was a really strong pull from Sky.
Oh, 2 great pulls there. All right, we're about halfway through our 3rd attempts here. Yeah, a little too much for Aaron on the day. We go Amon. Oh my goodness. We're gonna see if the refs think that right shoulder's locked out. Oh, 3 white lights.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And Tori taking his 3rd pull right here, 267.5. Oh, that was.
Got a little bit stuck, but he still left that out, no problem. It's a good look. All right, Benjamin's coming out looking for another 5 kilos on his deadlift. We're gonna have to see if he's got this. Same
He's
thing
got
with
that
Seth.
frog stance.
Yeah, and Seth is just not gonna quite have those last 2.5 kilos.
Got Benjamin taking his time here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially if you're securing a spot to one of the international competitions, you definitely don't want to hurt yourself in nationals because, you know, usually they're a quicker turnaround, 4 or 5 months. You don't really have time to recover from an injury.
Right. Yep. All right, we're trying to wrap up here for our last 5 pulls on each platform. We got Zane on platform 3 and Peter on platform 4. Just loses position there. Just on both ends.
Yeah. You will see air spotters step in. It is not uncommon for people to pass out after a really heavy deadlift or in the middle of a really heavy deadlift. So if they notice something, they will step in to, you know, try to save the lifter above all else.
Yeah, absolutely. The number one priority is keeping these guys safe. And we've got Ryan. Oh, wow.
That looks like an
No,
opener.
only option to take 5 kilos after that amazing second attempt.
Well, that is
And he
one
was
way
definitely
to
excited.
that is one way to exit a platform for sure. I hope he knows that's on the internet forever. All right, Max is coming out. Looking for another
We've got
7.5.
Vitaly here on platform 4, 600-pound deadlift.
He squatted 600 too, didn't he? Oh, not quite.
It's not quite there.
Come on, Max, you got it. Oh, oh.
Yeah. Tough pull there for Max.
The good news is that doesn't look like it's going to lose him any, placing
Yeah.
at all. He's still going to finish third for the day.
Yeah, overall, a really good day for Max. We've got Jonathan here on platform 3. So I wonder if that initial number that they put in might have been a placeholder, as far as what his goals are. I believe he's competing. No? Okay. Maybe they just put in a number to, give them time to make a decision.
Yeah. So it looks like the guy who is currently in 4th missed his deadlift, so they might have put in the number that they needed to take that 4th place from him.
Okay. So this poll is for 4th place here.
Ooh.
And he locks it in.
I think he got that.
There we go. Yeah, perfect call.
He secures 4th. That's very exciting for him. I'm going to go around and shake all the referees' hands. All right, Aaron with a world record pool here.
Yeah, Jose with the record here.
This is 20 kilos above his second attempt. He only took a 15-kilo jump from the first to the second, so a 20-kilo jump is crazy, but he is pulling for first right now. He is looking to take first away from Ryan. Looks like Jose might not have locked that out. No, referees agree. All right, Aaron pulling for first place. This is going to be an exciting pool.
Nah, his pulls have been moving very well.
Yeah.
So he's going for broke here.
Looks like he might be bleeding a little bit on his knee. And we got a spotter step it up just in case. Come on. Oh, no, not
It's
quite.
too much on the day.
Hey, but if you're pulling for first, you go for it. If you've got second locked down, you
Right.
pull for first. All right, we're moving on to flight D in both platforms.
It's going to be our last flight of deadlifts for today's open sessions.
Unsure what happened on platform 4 just now.
Bit of confusion on platform 4, I think. Again, some connection delay with LiftingCast.
Good pull on 3.
But we are underway.
That was a good lift on 4. Just see what the referees say about that one. Yeah, no lift on lockout. That was a solid pull from William.
Very good for William. Okay.
Oh, looks
Still
like
discussing on platform 4. I'm not quite sure what the issue is at this point.
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
So the usher is seemingly looking for someone. On platform 3, though, we've got Tony. 6 for 6 so far.
He's looking to continue that streak. That was an insanely good pool.
Yeah, he's having a day. All right, so Philip on platform 4, his first lift has come through on LiftingCast. It was no good. Steve, however, 3 white lights. Yeah, and we've got Scott. They fully kitted out here.
Hold it
It's a
little
good pull.
long for good measure. Michael's gonna fly up off the floor. Good lift for him.
Oh, yeah. Very good pull for Adam.
It's a good pull for Michael. And Monty, they're both very strong pulls. Got Nigel coming up on 4. Opening with 200 kilos.
Got some interesting footwear on platform 3.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've seen those before.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen those before either.
You know, a lot of lifters, when they're pulling, they want as much of a barefoot feel as possible. I mean, a lot of lifters do just train bare feet in their, home gyms, in their local gyms. So when you get on the platform, wearing a slipper that mimics that feeling, I mean, that's helps you put as much force as you can into the floor.
100%.
Got David. Good opener there.
I have been told by some of our Cat 1 referees that back in the day, they used to actually wear ballet slippers
Right.
to deadlift in. So that makes sense. We've got shoes that mimic that feeling these days.
Yeah, and especially if you're a sumo puller, I mean, those ballet shoes, you need that support on the outside of your foot. And, I mean, I can't think of another sport where, their footwear is as supportive as that.
Yeah.
We got Francis with a great opener there. Yeah, we are green all the way on platform 3 right now. Everyone is very keyed in.
We got Kenneth coming up on 4. I'm going to be really interested to see what stance he pulls. Showing us his flexibility. Oh, and he's going to pull conventional. Oh, that's an interesting choice. Really solid pull.
Yeah.
Kenneth does have one of the bigger deadlifts in this flight.
And a good pull for Kenneth, too.
We had double Kenneth. Oh, no lift for Kenneth on 3. Looks like a bit of a lockout issue.
All right, we're getting to the end of the deadlift attempts here. We've got Greg. Yeah.
He just punched a spotter.
Very strong pull. You know, accidentally hit one of the spotters in excitement.
Casualties of the sport.
And we've got our last opener here on platform 3. We've got Drake with 240 kilos.
We've got the spotters on 4 changing the bar before it even hits the floor.
We've got Drake playing while Drake does his opener.
It was a solid pull from Drake.
We are on to second attempts on platform 3. And we are getting into our last 2 openers here on platform 4.
And William knows that was a good pull walking off that platform. I've got Robbie coming out here with our biggest deadlift on platform 4, and actually our biggest deadlift on both platforms right now. He's opening with 245. It's almost just shy of 550. Oh.
Robert with a very heavy opener.
Yeah, a no lift. I didn't quite see what happened there.
Wonder
but
what those infractions are.
yeah. He's going to ask the referees, and they are going to send him right to the jury, so.
Yeah,
maybe
I would
we will-
contest that.
Yeah, I would too.
And as we were saying earlier, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask the jury. In a case like that where, hey, you take a heavy lift, I mean, you want something on the board, right? So any little chance you can to overturn that, I mean, you know, him, if he hasn't.
3, and did Steve do his pull on 4? Oh, we got Michael coming out on 4, so Steve must have done his pull.
Well, easy attempt there. Aaron taking his time to set up, and it pays off.
Did a little reload of our page, and now we are all set to go. The back screen is still not good, though. Okay, this is Monty on 3, and we have Adam on 4. I'm hoping they can get the box screen fixed moving into thirds so we can see what people are pulling for. Oh, solid pull for Monty. And that'll be a good lift for him. Alrighty, we are on to Nigel on platform 4. Oh, and the back is fixed. Yay!
Go.
Oh, that's
Bit
beautiful.
sticky at the end, but that's a good pull.
Yeah.
And we've got Francis on platform 3. Francis has had a good day so far. But you can definitely see his energy change. I'm going to guess he's a big fan of deadlifting.
Alrighty, we've got Michael on 4.
Yo, very nice second. He's got room. I think he'll probably take maybe 12.5 kilos after that. Looks like he took a 10-kilo jump before, so I think he'll like to feel good and take another 10. But definitely more in the tank.
That was a good lift for Michael. I have Christopher coming up on 2, arc 3. And David on 4. A bit shaky from Christopher.
He's able to lock it out, though.
And he got it 2-1. I'm not sure he's got another 2.5 in him. It's going to be interesting to see if he tries or if he's going to go ahead and scratch that third. We're on a mark on 4. And Kenneth is coming up here on 3, and he's going to try to... Oh, he did go up 10 kilos from the opener that he missed. So really need him to get this second.
Yeah, likewise here with Mark. Missed 227.5 on the opener. I think he should be good for it now. See what the refs think.
Yeah, good lift for Mark.
Go. I think both cases here, both good lifts.
Yeah.
Go.
There you go. That is your best case scenario right there. We are going to have Matt up here on 4. He's going to run out to the platform again. He is excited to lift, and I am with it.
He brings the energy.
The energy in the mustache. Oh.
Moving to bouncer. Okay. Now he can come back and try to fight that. Oh, really good lift for Greg.
And he's not going to hit Peyton in the
almost
face
hit the
this
spotter again. When you've got a big frame like that and you're as jacked as him, I mean, it's hard not to bump into people on accident.
All right, we've got Robbie reattempting this 245. This one was quite a difficult pull for him on the first. We're really going to hope that he can get it up again.
Now, he opened quite heavy, as we saw. He really needs to, find within himself to make this attempt. Oh, no.
I don't know what he's going to do to try to get that
I'm not sure if he's going to come back out.
I don't know if I could ever voluntarily, bomb out of a meet. We will have to see what he decides to do with that. All right, we're on to thirds on 3. Got William doing 250.
See if that was locked out for William.
Yeah, no.
Looked a bit soft.
We've got Kenneth that's going to come out and try that exact same weight.
Go, we've got Sean. Making sure to check the board every single time he walks out now. Just twice today, doing a small mistake, but I mean, he's ready to pull and finish his day.
I mean, it's just like we talked about when Greg got the relift. If you accidentally take a weight that's not yours, that could tire you out and cause you to miss your actual weight. He worked that one up there.
Right. Yeah, he locks it out there, but I think that's going to be some... Oh! 3 white lights, great lift for Sean.
That was a solid pull for Kenneth. And a little jump, and it freezes the live stream.
Yeah. Really good result for both of those guys. Kenneth is going to try to... I mean, we'll see what he puts on the board here. 25-kilo jump after his opener. I mean, he's got room for more.
I mean, that was so fast. I mean, I think he's got another 25 kilos.
Yeah. We've got Philip here. I mean, Philip needs this to stay in the meet and register a total.
All right, come on, Philip.
So we're with Philip here. Again, needs to stay in the meet. So up.
Okay,
Sit
that was
out.
a really beautiful pull. I really hope they thought that was locked. He
Three white
gets
lights.
it! Yay, Philip!
Yeah, he's going to register a total. And we've got Scott. Again, missed that third squat, missed the third bench. Can he come back for his third deadlift?
Come on, Scott, you got this.
Pulling. Just a little too much on the day. We've got Tony trying to go 9 for 9 here. Had a great day so far.
Oh, he's hype. And that red and black A7. Oh, yes, Tony.
That's got to be 9 for 9. He's
See,
excited.
he knew he walked off. He didn't even wait for those lights. He knew. Got Adam coming up on 4.
Aaron is blowing a kiss to the crowd. I think he sees a loved one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a stupidly easy third pull.
He definitely had more.
He is excited about it. Oh, good lift for Adam, 2-1.
Yeah, Adam giving a little salute to the crowd. I mean, that's a great day out of him. And we've got Monty coming out for his third on platform 3. Making sure to give a fist bump to the spotters and loaders one last time. I mean, thanking them for staying with him all day.
Now, our lifters on 3 right now are competing with our lifters on 4. So this is where, like, this third deadlift changes can be really important because they're all in the same weight class and division.
Oh, Michael with a great pull.
Good lift for Michael.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of green here on the third pulls. Really happy to see that.
No lift for Christopher. We pretty much knew that was going to happen. His second attempt was quite a pull. Nigel is going to do the perfect
locks it
lockout.
out.
Yeah, for his third.
Yeah, that's a great job there. All right, we've got Francis.
Double checking the load again.
He's excited. He's ready. Look at him. This is his platform. Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, great way to finish for Francis.
And he knows it. All right, we got David up on 4. Oh, and that's going to be
He
a
locks out.
really strong third as well. And he's happy about it. Good lift. We can hear him screaming from all the way back here.
And we've got Greg.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. He's happy.
He backed up a little bit this time before he celebrated.
We're on to our last 2 deadlifts on platform 3, and we're finishing out here as well on platform 4.
Michael's going to opt not to try to lift that up. All right, we've got Matt coming up on 4, Kenneth on 3. Now, Kenneth took a 10-kilo jump from his second after missing his first. So I'm thinking this is still probably going to be pretty easy for him.
Right, right. Matt here setting up. Ready to bring the energy one last time. So can he get that up? Just right past his legs. Oh my gosh.
Oh, come on, Matt. Not good.
I think a little bit of supporting right when he hit the squats.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But yeah, really strong pull from Kenneth. I feel like that could have been his opener. There we go. Good job.
Okay, we are loading up here for our final pull on platform 3. In the meantime, we have Mark on platform 4. Yeah, 600 pounds for Drake. Jump.
That's gonna be a good lift for Mark on 4. Come on, Drake, you got this.
He's up. Oh my God.
What in the world? All
Hey.
right. All right.
Gave some love to the crowd.
We've got Robbie reattempting this 245 again. He needs this to post a total today, guys. He can get it up.
He was able to, lock out his pull on the first attempt.
Come on, Robbie. Come on, Robbie. Come on, Robbie.
Yeah, just
No.
first attempt just took too much out of him.
That is really unfortunate. I think he went into deadlift 6 for 6 too.
Mm-hmm.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just a tough way to end the day.
Pulls, yeah. Yeah, William trying 250 again. We'll see if he can get that.
All right, we've got our last 2 pulls of this session. We got William going for 250 kilos. He's up. Oh yeah, he's got that for sure. Fantastic job.
Good lift, 2 to 1. That's a good way to end the day right there.
Yeah. Especially, he missed his third squat, third bench. you know, leaving the meet with, you know, a better taste in your mouth with that third deadlift.
All right, our last deadlift of the session on 4. We've got Kenneth. He chose to only go up 12.5 kilos this time, so I feel like this is going to fly for him. And it looks like this might be our last deadlift entirely of the morning or of the afternoon session before prime time.
Yeah, this pull is going to get him a 9 for 9 day. I mean, he's been working all day.
9 for 9 and for a podium finish right now.
So this is huge.
Yeah.
He's top 3 if he gets this.
Taking his time, setting up.
Let's go, Kenneth. He's up.
Oh, come on, Kenneth. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, no, no.
Just a little too much.
Yeah. That is interesting that his second flew so fast. I really thought that was going to fly up for him.
All right, folks, so that has been us here at the USAPL. Thank you for tuning in with us. We are going to switch over to prime time. That will be a separate session and a separate live stream, so please head on over there to see, you know, our top-ranked open lifters compete for the championships. My name is Tong.
And I'm Ariel Brinker.
Thank you for watching.